Good day. I'm Stephen Elliott, the first bishop of Georgia's Episcopal Diocese. I had the privilege of watching this city grow, and I would be honored to walk you through some of its finest landmarks.
Nice.
Here we stand in... a fine appreciation. If you'd like to linger on any detail, perhaps the fountain's story or the park's early days, just let me know.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you. If you want to go back and give me the
No,
overview of Forsyth, that'd be great.
certainly. Forsyth Park, a 30-acre green expanse in Savannah's historic district, was first set aside in the 1840s on 10 acres donated by William Brown Hodgson and expanded and named in 1851 for Governor John Forsyth. Bordered by Gaston, Drayton, Park Avenue, and Whitaker Streets, it boasts the celebrated cast-iron fountain installed in 1858, modeled after Michel Leonard's design and crafted by Janes, Beebe and Company. The park's later additions include the Confederate Monument of 1874 and the Hiker, honoring Spanish-American war soldiers. But its heart has always been the open lawns and the fountain's graceful spray that I enjoyed in my later years.
What's next?
Here we are at St. John's, the parish I once served as rector and later as the first bishop of Georgia's diocese. Founded in 1841, the present building, designed by Calvin Otis of Buffalo, was consecrated in May 1853 and stands proudly on Madison Square, directly across from the green Meldrum house that later became our parish house. Inside, you'll find a hammer-beam ceiling, stained glass windows, a fine pipe organ in the west gallery, and a striking crucifix on the reredos. The worship follows the 1928 Book of Common Prayer, a tradition I held dear throughout my ministry.
Who is the current rector of the church?
The current rector of St. John's is the Reverend Gavin Dunbar.
Is the church open for tours?
Yes, St. John's offers tours on Tuesdays and Fridays from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Admission is free, though a suggested donation of $10 per adult is welcomed.
Okay.
Certainly.
Is there a way to book a tour here?
You can arrange a tour by calling the church office at 912-232-1251 or by visiting the website sjohnsav.org and using the tours page to request a time.
I see. What's the next stop on the list?
Our next stop is St. John's. Would you like to hear more about it now?
Well, we just spoke about that. What is the next location?
The next location on our tour is the Green Meldrum House. Shall I share its story?
Yeah, sure.
Here we are at the Green Meldrum House, a striking Gothic revival mansion built between 1850 and 1853 by architect John Norris for the cotton merchant Charles Green. During the Union occupation in 1864, General William Tecumseh Sherman made this house his headquarters, and in January 1865, he held the Savannah colloquy here, which led to the famous 40 acres and a mule order. The house later became the parish house of St. John's in 1943 and remains one of Savannah's finest historic landmarks.
Very nice.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Shall we linger a moment longer, or would you like to move on to the next landmark?
What is the next landmark? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. What is the next landmark?
we are now at the Sorrel Weed House on West Harris Street, a grand Greek revival mansion completed in 1840, and once the home of merchant Francis Sorrel and his family. I knew the Sorrels well. Their gatherings were the talk of Madison Square in my day, and the house remains one of Savannah's finest historic residences. Would you like a fuller story, or shall we continue to the next stop?
This is pretty good. I appreciate the tour. Thanks.
I'm delighted you enjoyed it. Should you wish to revisit any of the sites or learn more about Savannah's history, just let me know. Safe travels.
Thank you.